Relocating close to the Houston Medical Center is a very tough balancing act. You want to make sure that it has the proximity, you want to make sure that it fits your lifestyle needs, and you want to make sure that the neighborhood is one of the best in the city. So I know it's really tough on figuring out where to start, but that's why we've got an exclusive tour of 3 of the best neighborhoods that is going to fit exactly what you're looking for, and the properties are some of the most stunning ones that we have ever shown on this channel. Now, each property in each area is gonna have its own blend of luxury, charm, and convenience. First, we're gonna go to the museum district and see the Parklane Condos. And honestly, this is going to be the best view inside the entire city for a condo that you can buy. I promise you that, and you'll see what I mean. Now, the second one is going to be in Bellaire. Now, what you're gonna get is a nice separated kind of like private slice that almost has this suburban feel inside the heart of the city. And then finally, you are going to see one of my favorite areas, and you're gonna find out why it's one of my favorite. It's this perfect blend of prestigious and timeless in one of the best neighborhoods inside this city of Houston, and that is in West U. And the house is honestly one of my favorite that we have ever shown on this channel, so you cannot miss that one. Now, but first we're gonna start with the Parklane because it's gonna be the closest to where I'm at right now. And we are at the Commons in Hermann Park, which is at the edge of where the medical center ends and where Hermann Park starts and the museum district starts. So let's head on over there. Come on. Now, before I show you the actual property, I want to talk to you about where I'm at right now. I am in the museum district, and I'm actually standing in one of the trails in Hermann Park. And I don't know if you can see behind me, there's people walking their dogs, they're going for runs, they're strolling after a date. Right in front of me is the Miller Outdoor Theater, and then just a little bit of a walk are one of the museums. And really, this area is just a ball of energy. So if you're looking for a vibrant, energetic area with tons of dining, arts, and nature, and then I really think this first property that we're about to show you is going to be the one, and this is going to be the area for you. So let's check it out. So our first stop here is going to be the Parklane. Now, this is a luxury high-rise built in 1983 that is partially still leasing out, but they've actually recently just started renovating them and started selling the units as condos. So this is something that you're really not going to get that often, a condo conversion. And right in front of me, I'm staring at it, is the golf course and Hermann Park right over here, which is amazing because we are in the heart of this area, and in the museum district, I can pretty much walk to any of the places that I just mentioned. But before we actually go and enjoy ourselves out there, let's start with the actual units. And I want to show you guys a 2-bedroom over here, and the view is stunning. Let's check it out. All right, here we are. We are in the 2-bedroom plan, and this one is amazing. They've got 3 bedrooms, they've got 1 bedrooms, but I think this is gonna be the perfect blend. Now, this 2-bedroom is actually gonna start at $729,900. And this unit is stunning. I mean, this is an upgraded corner unit with the panoramic views, so I think you guys are really gonna like it. Come on. So right over here, as soon as you walk in, you have got the most amazing view. There is a 360 panoramic view of the entire city. This is mind-blowing as soon as you walk in. So whether it's you or your guests, I mean, just imagine this view. And these are nearly floor to ceiling windows, and I love how it wraps around, so it's really smooth on the edges and it just flows and contours with the building. And I know the exposure is probably a little off because I want to highlight how amazing it looks back here, but you come in here, this is a 1623 square foot 2-bedroom 2-bath suite. So every single bedroom each has their own bathroom, which is a pretty nice thing as opposed to like a 2-bedroom 1-bath where you're sharing a bathroom with all of your guests that come in here. Now, stepping into the living room right over here, it is a very, very open layout right here. So you've got this living room area right over here, and off to the side, you've got this niche whether you want to have it as its own kind of den, sunroom in this area. I mean, I can imagine myself spending a ton of time right here. So seeing where we're at, sun is directly on my face. It is a beautiful day, by the way. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I mean, it is completely blue sky. So I'm so glad that we were able to come here today to be able to kind of showcase exactly what I wanted to showcase, which is this amazing view. And that's what you get when you're here in the museum district in a high rise like this. You don't get this anywhere. And this is kind of the lifestyle that you will be expecting, not just with the view, but in a lot of the other amenities, just one of a kind type of features that you wouldn't get if you were going to be living in, let's say, Bellaire or let's say Westview. And one of the really great things about being over here is that you see behind me, and actually in the city of Houston, we've got 3 kind of mini skylines. Now, when you're in the heart of all of it, you're able to see what each of them looks like. So you've got one right behind me over here, then you've got one right off to the distance all the way over there, and then finally you've got one directly right in front of me. This is gonna be the Met Center, and then right there to the bottom, you've got the golf course and Hermann Park right over here. So I mean, first impressions, insane, right? This is absolutely stunning. I haven't even shown you guys the kitchen, the bedrooms in here. So let's check those out. And off to the side, right over here, we've got the dining room area. And in this area, each space kind of has their dedicated view to the outside. Now, we are here in the dining room area, and you're able to see that you've got your own private balcony even on this side. So still a ton of natural lighting coming in here. And as you can see with the dining table right over here, still ample space for any type of setup. And then off to the side, we can segue into the kitchen, where you'll see right over here where I'm standing at, you've got this L kind of island right over here, which also doubles up as a breakfast bar. Now, we've got 2 stools right over here. I do think that we can kind of tight squeeze a third if you really wanted to have that space, but this is plenty, especially when you've got the dining room right behind you. And stepping over into this side, I really want to highlight what we've got in the kitchen. And this is going to be one of my favorite aspects. So everything is integrated in this kitchen. Now, these cabinets are custom made by Eggersman, and you can kind of see it's very European style. Everything is very flush, but they all kind of have their push buttons, right? So everything has its own push. Of course, the drawers, you've got the pulls. And even the Bosch appliances right over here, we've got the refrigerator that is with the cabinet trim on over here. So along with the refrigerator, we've got also for the trash and also for the dishwasher. So even though we've got a little bit of a tight space and a tight fit, the way that everything is integrated and tucked away, I mean, you've got plenty of space for everything in here. So let's head into the actual bedrooms right over here. So coming in here, this is the secondary bedroom. Tons of space right over here. This right here, we've got a queen, and I mean, you got plenty of space. You can absolutely fit a king in here. One of the things that I really do love about this space, like I said, every single room and every single designated area kind of has access to the outside. So even though we're working with 1623 square feet at a starting price of $729, what you can't get anywhere else is this view and this balcony. You're able to bring that outside in. And before we do step out though, what I want to highlight is the closet right over here. One really cool thing is you've also got the window right over here in the closet, so you bring in the natural lighting from the outside. But let's step really quickly to the balcony. Right over here, we've got the most insane view. So you see here, I'm on the balcony. Now this is a shared balcony with the secondary bedroom right over here with the actual living room right over here. So this is a pretty wide space. And in this unit specifically, which is a bit of an upgraded unit compared to the base 729.9, I mean, you've got the view of the park and the golf course right over here, which is, I mean, as soon as you walk down, you're just steps away from it. I mean, just imagine kind of living in a space like this where you are really in the heart and the energy of it all. And you can see that anytime that you step outside. But finally, let's check out the primary. Come on. Now, before we actually do head into the primary, of course, I've got to show you the bathroom right over here. And you've got plenty of really well thought out design aspects in this. So you've got the quartz, beautiful quartz countertops. And I really love the color choices that they have in here. I believe out of all of the plans, they've got about 3 or 4 different choices. I do like the kind of earthy neutrals with the splash of chrome right over here. So you can see that we've got the chrome fixtures throughout. And even with the shower right over here, you see that we've got the nice edge trim on this side. Beautiful tile surround as well. And of course, we've got the full size washer and dryer included in here, Bosch appliances, like everything else in here. It's huge. So a lot of the spaces, you're really kind of slamming a really tight stackable. You're able to, of course, stack this, but these are full size washer and dryers right over here. But my favorite part of the room, primary. So I know stepping in here, the exposure is really not going to be that good, but I do want to show you the primary bedroom right over here. So this right here is a king, and it is massive with 2 giant nightstands. These nightstands are actually kind of like the armoires or dressers that you put in front of the TV that you have in your bedroom. So these are huge. I mean, you can fit a Cali King, you can fit 2 beds, 3 beds, I don't know, whatever you want to do. You can put Shaq's bed over here. In here, I just love how they set up the windows. So it's true floor to ceiling windows, and these are sliders. So of course, just like every other room, you've got your own balcony right over here. And I promise you, we will step out to the balcony, but there's just 2 last rooms other than this one just to show you. So the primary closet right over here, you've got tons of space in here. Now in here, it's actually left kind of blank and bare. However, along with the cabinets over in the kitchen, you're able to customize the closet system that you want, especially with a space like this. I mean, it is a nice size walk-in closet, but to really expand the space, you are able to really use a beautiful wardrobe system that's created by the ones that have put the cabinets in here too. So plenty of space in here, but you can definitely customize it to your own. And of course, the primary bathroom is gonna be right over here. And in the bathroom right over here, you've got the exact same finishes that you've got in the other one, as well as in the kitchen. So this colorway and theme carries throughout, of course, the entire home. You've got the frameless shower right over here, and this is a stand-up shower. And then again, you've got the bench on this side and the beautiful chrome trim along the edges, the chrome fixtures. So it really just ties in that colorway together. And off to this side, you've got the dual sinks, right? Plenty of counter space on both sides. And you've got tons of storage right over here for any of your toiletries, makeup, fragrances, jewelry. You've got plenty to work with in this space. But honestly, I always tell you that the primary is my favorite part, but this balcony is my favorite part. So let's check that out last, come on. Stepping out here, this is actually what sold me to want to come see this place. So I saw the primary bedroom and was able to see what this type of setup is right here. As soon as you wake up, this view, I mean, is absolutely insane. Now, I know there are other homes that are bigger and definitely areas that provide a bit more amenities overall. But this space right over here, you cannot get this. You cannot wake up or go to sleep with the park right in front of you. I mean, for people to say that Houston is ugly, they don't have a view like this. This is gonna be one of the amazing features about this place, and I really want to talk about the amazing amenities specifically about this condo, and one of the reasons why I think being in the museum district and in this condo specifically is a really nice plus. So let's check it out, come on. Now, before I show you the amenities outside, I wanted to show you the gym right over here. This is a 24/7 gym for all of the residents, and I mean, you've got plenty of equipment in here. You've got dumbbells, you've got medicine balls, you've got the battle ropes, you've got cardio section like ellipticals, treadmills, stairmasters. You've got the pulley system right over here, pull-up bars. On this side, you've got the kind of flex open area for yoga mats. I mean, there are a lot of places that you do get amenities that are going to be similar, but there are not going to be things like this. What you may not know is that this place is actually still kind of apartments. This was turned into apartments from what it was previously. So this is kind of an amenity that is required if you are going to be a luxury apartment. Now, the new owners in this condo community are going to be able to benefit from such a nice space right over here. And this is only the first one that I'm showing you guys. For the second one, I want to step outside. So let's go. Okay, now we're outside and I'm sitting in one of the pool cabanas, and look at the sun. I mean, it is gorgeous out over here. Now, I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about the outdoor amenities out here. So like I said, I'm here in the pool cabana, and we've got a huge pool right over here. It's barely up to about 5 feet, so nothing too crazy. It's not a diving pool, so you don't really get too much craziness out here. It is almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and there's absolutely no one here. And I mean, I think it just speaks to kind of like the serene and peaceful feel to it. So I do kind of like that aspect. Jade, the listing rep over here, mentioned that there are a ton of community events that a lot of people do over here. So whether it's hanging out at the cabanas over here, or if it's cocktails at golden hour out by the community garden over here. Now, right over here, they've got Mint, and this is a community garden where every resident just can kind of plant all of these herbs, and everyone really shares. So there's this nice community feel where everyone is really together, and this is the perfect place to do that. Now, right over here, we've got a couple of gas grills. Like I said, we've got the community garden, we've got a fire pit, it's a wet bar right over here. And to the back, we have a nice kind of peaceful terrace right behind me. Now, this right here is turf. A lot of the times there's people with their personal trainers out here for any of the outdoor training. Look how crazy my hair is, y'all. Ooh, windy day. It's a beautiful day, but it's windy. And then they've also got even yoga classes that are out here. And after this side, we've got our last outdoor amenity, the courts. So we've got 2 pickleball court lines right over here. They've got the nets tied down over here. Like I said, it's super windy, so they'd be flying everywhere. And then of course, we've got the tennis courts right over here. So tons of amenities out here. And there's 2 more that I haven't even really talked about. So downstairs, we've got a 24-hour concierge. So they are able to take your packages, guests up to you, and pretty much anything that you would expect from a luxury concierge for 24-hour service, which is amazing. And then also, I think one of the coolest features is that this community actually has a luxury shuttle over here. And what the shuttle does, it takes you all around the Med Center and plenty of different places. And if you want to go into other areas, it also takes you along to where the Metro Rail is and where any of the public transit lines are to get you all around the city. So there are a lot of people that can benefit from any single amenity that's available here. So what you've got is you've got this low maintenance, all-inclusive, almost resort style, done for you lock and leave lifestyle that you are really not able to get from anyone else and anywhere else, even the ones that I'm gonna show you for the rest of today. So if this type of lifestyle is something that you're interested in, then the Parklane or a condo very similar to this inside the museum district might just be the right one for you. Now in this video, what you're not gonna see are the 1-bedroom floor plans that we may even be able to get all the way down to almost the 400s, which is an insane price for a luxury high-rise. You're gonna have to check our newsletters for that, so you can just check down below there. However, what we are gonna see is the next house, which is gonna also be an amazing one if this high-rise convenience really isn't a part of something that you're looking for. And what you're really looking for is a family-friendly community feel where you've got a ton of space and a ton of amenities around the area as well. Then I think our next home in Bellaire is gonna be a really great one for you. So let's check that one out. Bellaire. Now, Bellaire is really known for its tree-lined streets, top-rated schools, and just this strong sense of community. I absolutely love Bellaire. You get kind of this suburban feel, and you are literally just minutes away from Med Center, Galleria, downtown Houston. So I'd really consider this more a place for people that really care about amenities like restaurants or parks. Now, I'm here at an amazing listing. Now, we've got this one right behind me, but before I show you this listing, I do want to show you what's across the street over here. And I'm literally right across the street. You can see the house is right back here, but I'm sitting in Lafayette Park, and one of the really nice features about this house is it's directly across from a park, and there are a ton in this area. So for people that are really focused on just having a nice place with amenities like this for their kids, I mean, this is one of the places to be if you're looking to stay close to the medical center. Now, one of the things that you'll see if you decide that you want to move here, whether it's this house, is there's tons of people during the day, in the afternoons, that walk their dogs, take their kids to the park, and it really gives you this nice suburban, close-knit community feel. There's parks like this, but then there's also Evelyn's Park, which a lot of people go to. I would consider it kind of like the heart of Bellaire. So there's tons of activities, events, and cafes, restaurants, all littered through this entire area. But enough about the area. Let's take a look at this house over here. Come on. All right, coming in here, the first thing you'll notice are the 8-foot front doors. These are massive, and it's an amazing first impression as soon as you walk up to the house. And I really love how bright everything is. So, I mean, you've got tons of windows. The foyer up front is all the way up to the ceiling, so it's double height. I believe we're looking at about 12 feet down here, 11 feet upstairs. So, I mean, you can really feel how airy it is as soon as you walk in. Now, just a little bit about the house. Now, this property is 1.45 million. It's 4,000 square feet. We've got 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and then there's a half bath down here as well. Now, over here to this side, this is the office, and we're not even really considering that it is a full bedroom. So potentially it is a 5-bedroom house. So the features that this builder has put in here are insane. I mean, you don't really see it that often, and they don't really build that much product. So you can tell there's a lot of attention to detail when it comes to this. So you can kind of feel the passion in just those little aspects of the home. Now let's start off with the office right over here. So coming in, like I had mentioned, it's not really a 5-bedroom because this is an office and they don't really have a full bathroom downstairs. But technically speaking, because there's a closet right over here, it is technically a 5-bedroom. And because this office is right at the front of the home, you get to really benefit from these huge windows right over here. And I mean, it's a perfect time of day to really see what these windows do for this office, it really brings in a ton of light. So whether it's an office or a bedroom, the natural light, as well as the size, is not gonna be a problem with this one. So again, it is 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, but this could potentially be a bedroom for you. And stepping back into the foyer, there's 2 things that I wanna highlight right here. This is the first thing that I wanted to highlight. So right here, this entire first level is going to be wide plank white oak floors, and it just flows through the entire home. And the second thing is coming up over here, you'll kind of see, I love this chandelier that we have up here. It's a really nice accent piece as soon as you walk in. Now, over here where I'm at, you'll see that there is the half bath right over here, and then we have the entertainment areas right here, the living room, kitchen, and then all of the bedrooms are going to be upstairs. So before we go upstairs, let's head over this way. So here we are into the living room, and this is huge. I mean, downstairs, it is one nice open space, and the first thing that you'll really notice are these sliding doors. Now these slide all the way open, but you can kind of see how much light that brings in. So 1, it's very functional, and 2, it really brings the inside outside and vice versa, the outside inside, and you'll see that when we go outside. But over here, I want to highlight this fireplace right here. So they've surrounded this with the electric fireplace, and I love the kind of dark chocolate contrast that they have in here. They did a really great job at blending all of these earth and neutral tones right over here. And on this side, this is one of my favorite parts. Come check this out. So right over here, they've actually made use of this space right behind me. This is where the staircase is, but they've made use of this space and kind of made more like a wine or beverage niche. So you've got these right over here, and of course it's staged this way. And I love, again, that the chocolate contrast that they have in here. And this is the fun thing right over here. On this side, you've got a secret hidden door that wraps around the staircase. So just additional storage right over here. And of course the lights automatically come on. So just real nice attention to detail on this one. And heading into the kitchen, this, I don't know, this might be one of my favorite parts. Every single appliance here is Thermador, so very high quality. So you've got the refrigerator right over here. You've got a 6-burner range, the wine and beverage fridge over here, dishwasher. And one thing to really highlight is this massive kitchen island right over here. They staged it to fit 4 seats, but you can fit plenty right over here. And I love this aspect right over here. So again, you've got the kind of dark wood accents throughout the entire home. One thing that you'll notice here, especially at this price point, is the consistency in the color palette they've chosen in here. So every single accent, every single piece of wood, every single piece of stone really ties together well. And stepping over this way, this is onto this side. Now there's 2 things. Now we are in the mud room, and you've got the built-ins over here. So you've got all of the hangers, you've got space for your shoes, we've got cabinetry up top, and as well as this beautiful walk-in pantry right over here. So a couple things about this space. I mean, tons of cabinetry over here. Even this right here, you also have the outlets to put in an additional refrigerator right over here if you wanted to have something a little bit more tucked away. And you've got plenty of storage right over here. And behind these cabinets, you actually have plumbing over here in case you wanted to add in an additional sink, so that way you have, so just in case you want to have something that's a little bit more tucked away. So walking past our kitchen, we've got our formal dining room. And right over here, there is a ton of light that comes in. You've got these massive windows that bring it in, and having this dedicated space every morning, whether you're having breakfast or sitting down with the family, I absolutely love it. I mean, what do you guys think? Now, before we head outside, I completely forgot to kind of highlight the little aspects that we have in this custom cabinetry. So of course you're gonna have the soft close. You can't have a home at this price point, this caliber, without the soft close. But you've got the cutting board racks over here. You've got the spice racks over here. So real nice design. And then I do really like how we have the contrasting colors in the finishes. So we've got that dark chocolate over here with these cabinets being a white cabinet. But let's go head on outside, all right? All right, heading on outside. I love the covered patio that we've got here. You'll see, again, like I mentioned, the wood tones that they've used and really blended together. Really nice. So you've got something a little bit different. Get the ceiling up here along with the recessed lighting throughout. And you've got this slate tile that is a little bit of a change up compared to a lot of the aspects of the home. And I really love, I mentioned this earlier, these huge sliders over here. So when you're inside, it allows you to bring the inside out and you're able to see. But I like how with these sliders, let's say you're entertaining on a nice day, actually kind of like today. I mean, it's like 60s, so it's beautiful weather, 60s, sunny, but you're able to kind of open this up, entertain, and right over here too, it's got the connects for gas pipes. So if you want to do an outdoor kitchen, you've got the plumbing right over here. If you wanted to have a sink, you've got plenty of outlets if you want to have TV set up. You even see up top here, it's pre-wired for surround. So they've really thought of everything when it comes to this home. Now before we head on upstairs, we've got a little bit of a green patch. This is a little over 5,000 square feet of a lot. And this house is actually elevated. If you didn't know that, it's elevated on piers. So that way flooding isn't gonna be an issue. I know a lot of people think flooding is an issue here in the Houston area, but I mean, this is about 7 feet up. So right over here, you'd have to step down. You have a little bit of space if you want to build anything else out, or you just needed additional space for, let's say, your pets. But my favorite part of the house is really gonna have to be upstairs. Let's check that out. All right, so coming up here, the first thing that you'll see is this centerpiece chandelier. Like I said, I love this. I love how you're able to really enjoy it from downstairs, heading on up. Before we go into the rooms, this right over here, this is an amazing part of the home. So we've got this game room up here. And like I said, it's about 11, 12 foot, 12 foot being that we've got this tray ceiling up here, recessed lights throughout. And you kind of can use this space for anything. It's more of an open setup. So if you really wanted to have it more like a media room, you absolutely can close that out. And it, again, just like the patio downstairs, it is pre-wired for surround. But personally, taking a look at it, this, because of the windows, I would love to just keep this completely open. I mean, use it as more of a seating area, reading area, just kind of a nice open game room to entertain, or I don't know, if you got kids, leave them up here while you entertain your guests downstairs. And taking a look at the bedrooms, they're really, really nice sizes as well. So coming on over here into the first room, this is actually the first bedroom that I've shown you, not including the office. It is gonna be nearly identical size. I think it might even be identical size to the office. It's right on top of it. So it also has these beautiful windows on this side, and it's also got its own ensuite bathroom. One thing I love about this specific floor plan is that every single bedroom is going to have its own dedicated bathroom, which is a really nice thing. And coming on over here, we've got, again, the same stone finish for every single top, which is really nice. You'd be surprised. We do show a lot in this price point, and there are still some houses that do not keep the same colors. I mean, of course, there's some choices where it's on purpose, but there's some where I think it's more like save money. And then over here, we've got the beautiful gray tile surround, as well as the chrome fixtures throughout every aspect of the home. And then you've got the walk-in closet with tons of built-ins right over here. So you've got drawers throughout, you've got open, you've got racks over here, one long one over here, and then you got some up down here, you got one up top right over here. So there is plenty of space for just a secondary bedroom. Stepping over here, we've got another secondary bedroom, and this one is much bigger, as you guys can see. One thing about this one, it does have its own ensuite bathroom, but there is another door that opens out. This is kind of the one that would be designated for your guests in the game room. Now, there's not really a major issue with that, especially if you're not gonna have a ton of guests over, but it is nice that you don't have to cut in through into a bedroom to go to the bathroom if you're a guest. And it's also nice that if you are one of the occupants in this bedroom specifically, you don't gotta step out of your bedroom to go use the bathroom. Now, the closet for this one, it is a pretty nice size. I mean, it is still a walk-in. You do still have these. So the closet for this one, it is still a really nice size. You do have these drawers throughout, kind of like the other one. And you've got 4 down here. You've got the rack down here, you've got the rack up here, as well as the open drawer. So it's a nice size. This one is bigger overall. It has a little bit of a smaller closet, but personally, I would probably take the bigger room out of anything. And coming into the bathroom right over here, like I said, it is shared with the game room because it has this open access right over here. But the trade-off is you have this beautiful pocket door right over here. I love this aspect. And then you've got the same exact tile surround for the shower over here. A couple of really nice features that a lot of people don't really pay attention to is that you've got this tile trim on the outside, and it has that chrome finish that really ties a lot of this together. So this second area, I would say, is going to be very similar size to the last one that we saw. So still a little bigger than the first one that has the larger windows. And with this one, it has its own dedicated space, not really open to the landing, the game room like the other one. And of course, very consistent and cohesive. You got the same exact countertops as like the other ones. Black trim for the mirror and vanity and the lights. And then right over here, you've got the tile surround that's essentially the same as everything else. And in the closet over here, it is essentially the exact same built-ins throughout, kind of the same size as the second one. But my favorite part is going to be the primary, so let's check that one out. All right, so here we are in the primary bedroom. The bathroom is beautiful. The camera's right over there. But let's talk about this space first. So one thing about this space is, I mean, it is massive. This right here is a king, and you've got 2 huge nightstands over here. You've got the tray ceiling that really brings that bedroom up. And onto this side, you've got a nice seating area right by the window. You can kind of set it up very similarly. I honestly would recommend you to. And this bathroom right over here, you guys really gotta check this one out, come on. It is amazing. So you've got the soaking tub right over here. I'm pretty sure this is called Hollywood style. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've got the shower right over here, and you've got the rainfall with the additional hose right over here, and it's kind of a walk-through shower like this. And when it comes to the sink and vanities, you've got tons of counter space. This right here, you know what I'm talking about. This right here would be for fellas. So fellas, this is yours. Still plenty of space, more space than mine. Ladies, I think you'll like this one. Right over here, we've got the sink over here, and you've got this nice vanity with the desk, and you've got your own drawer, so you can kind of fill this up with whatever you need. It's right by the window, so you get really great natural lighting just to prep in the mornings or any time that you need to do anything. Okay, and this closet is stunning. My girlfriend, she used to design closets, and I mean, she loved this one. So maybe you see this one. Maybe you can help us figure it out when we need to do it. So you've got the racks right over here, and it runs all the way. Look at this, full hallway, all the way through. You've got drawers just in this section. So this is hers, right? Hers, whoever. You got your other set right over here. More open drawers, so shoes, long coats, and you have all the way around just tons of space. So that is about it for this house. Now, this is one of my favorite that I've shown and seen, under 1.5 mil, but this still is not my favorite home because the next one will blow you away. Let's check it out. This is it. This is my absolute favorite home. And I love that it's like twilight time, so you can kind of see the house from behind me. The windows and the curb appeal of this place are to die for. So right over here, we are off of the corner of University and Community, and this home right here is just under 2 million at 1.9. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about the specs of the home in just a bit, but I really want to talk about this area specifically. We are in West U. Now, if you guys are not familiar with West U, you ask anyone about it, you will hear that it is literally one of the top places to live in. Here, you'll get this sense of charm, top-notch amenities throughout the entire city, and a location that's completely unbeatable. Personally, if I had the funds to do so, I would choose to live here in West U. Now, this is pretty much the neighborhood city, and it's just one giant neighborhood. You've got this balance of prestige and community. So every street that you drive down when you come over here, it feels like a page out of a storybook. West U is home to tons of architectural masterpieces, including the Darth Vader home that a lot of people are probably familiar with. And I actually tried to get that on this channel, but we'll see. Being here in West U, the location, like I said, is completely unbeatable. Now, you are right down the street from the Texas Medical Center. You are right next to Rice University, Rice Village, and you're just minutes away from downtown. I mean, you are in the heart of all of it, while also not feeling like you're too packed in with everyone else inside the city. Now, if you like spending time outdoors with the friends and family, we've literally, like from walking distance, got 4 different parks, and you also have the state-of-the-art West U Rec Center that has fitness programs, swimming pools, community events throughout the year. I mean, talking about the amenities in this community itself would require like a completely different video. So if enough of you guys like it, we'll definitely come back out here. Now, I'm just about to show you guys the house, but before I do that, let's definitely talk about the schools, because I know that's a very important part. Now, like I said, I would love to live here, and honestly, it's kind of end goal for me to be in this area. And the main reason is the schools are amazing. Now, you've got West U Elementary, which is consistently ranked as one of the top schools in this entire state. You got tons of private schools like St. John's. Personally, while I didn't live here, I was lucky enough to get placed into the high school that was owned here, Lamar, shout out Redskins. I think there's something else, the Texans now. But either way, all fantastic schools, whether you go public or even private that are nearby. Enough about the area. Let's show you the house, because this is what you guys are waiting for. Come on. All right, let's talk a little bit about the house though. So we are at 4234 University. Now, this house is just under 2 million. And in this area, there are plenty of houses that you'll find in the 2, 3, 4, 5 million plus range. So to be able to find something under that is still a nice deal. I know it's kind of hard to kind of picture when I say nice deal, but to be honest, you'll really see, and if you start looking at other homes in the West U area, you'll kind of understand that this is an amazing bang for your buck when you look at it. Now, we've got a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, half bath downstairs, and it's 3,500 square feet on a 5,000 square foot lot. Now this is a corner lot, so I really do like that the garage is right around the corner, so it's tucked away. So the first thing you see is this front, and the curb appeal of it is amazing. As soon as you kind of like walk up to it, and then how you have the angles, and it really frames it well. You've got the 8-foot glass door, and it really brings in a ton of natural light, especially when you're here during the day. I've got a couple of drone shots that kind of showcase a little bit about that, so you'll kind of see how the light really flows into here. Now off to this side, on my right, we've got the formal dining room, and off to my left, we have the guest suite. I really do like that down here, you actually have a full bedroom downstairs along with a full bathroom downstairs. I did really like the last home, but that would be my biggest gripe about that. I mean, to have a home in that price range and not really have a guest bedroom with a full bath, it's a little bit tough, but that's why I love that. Let's check that one out first. Coming over here, you have a really spacious guest suite. Now it's right at the front, and it's at the corner, so you have windows on both sides. And since it is at the front, I mean, this window right here is massive. Now, a couple of features that I really do love are these baseboards right here. So I want to highlight these baseboards first, and you'll see it's throughout the entire home. Now I believe we have a 6-inch baseboard with another quarter round, and then we have another one on top. So it gives it illusion that it's kind of like a 3D larger baseboard. And you know, honestly, I've been told that 6 inches is enough, but you know, you never know. You never know. Anyways, let's take a look at the bathroom real quick. Coming over here, you'll see a lot of really unique elements. Now, this is an interesting thing, and I think it's a very bold choice when it comes to it. A lot of the times you're told you don't want to mix a lot of the colors. So in here, you've got gold hardware, right? You've got gold hardware, and look at that, it's kind of a faux drawer, cool. Anyways, you've got gold hardware, you've got gold fixtures, you've got chrome trim, you've got black handles. It's an interesting dynamic, but when you take a look at the rest of the house, you'll see that it is a part of their color palette, that the mix of metals really mesh well. So one of the things that I really do like are these tiles right here. Now, you're not gonna see something like this in many houses at all. And they carry that into the stand-up shower right over here. So you'll kind of see that you've got the tile surround over here, and you've got this trim, and of course this tile carries into the flooring of the shower, which I love. So it's very modern charm, but there's little aspects that make you see that really classic feel, like these pocket doors right here that lead into your closet. And this is a very big closet right over here. And so here in the closet, just like the last home, you've got plenty of built-ins. So you've got these open drawers all the way leading down to the bottom. Where you are sitting at right now, there are 4 racks to hang, and then you have additional open storage right over here. Now, I might be wrong, because I gotta go and double check, but I do believe that we are currently under the staircase. So normally this space, you would use it kind of like an understair storage right from the outside. But to be able to use this exact space right over here for a closet, for an actual bedroom, amazing. And I'm sure it helped really keep more space in this bathroom right over here. So really, really great start. But let's check the rest of the home. Now, before I show you the dining room, check this out. So right over here, this was the closet for the secondary bedroom right over here. So really, really nice use of the space, because what most people would kind of just do over here is they would just have it like a small storage space. You throw your Christmas decor and toilet paper and paper towels over there. Now, let's check this out really quick. I don't know if I showed you guys the chandelier up front, so really interesting, and I want to show you the contrast. So you've got this right over here, you've got the nice clean lines, it's a cube, but then coming here into the dining room, you'll see here this funky piece right here. I actually love this one. It's very, very different, and I could think about how we would really stage this piece out. Personally, if you've been to my home, you'll know that all of my aesthetic is very weird. So you've got clean lines and just weird elements to it, and I think it really goes well together. And let's wrap around this way. So we've got the wet bar and the butler's pantry. So this wet bar right here, really, really cool element. It kind of flows into where the kitchen is, but it's a really tucked away space. So you've got, of course, plumbing right over here. So however you want to set it up, you can have all your beverages. You've got a beverage cooler right over here, which is nice. Floating shelves. So aesthetically, I think it's gorgeous. Now let's check out this pantry real quick. Very similar to the last one, but we've got this massive pantry. And this is really cool. I don't even know what type of stone this is, but it's like cool to the touch. It has like this nice texture to it. Either way, what I want you guys to take a look at is you've got another sink right over here, so you can wash all your dishes over here, kind of tucked away. Like I said, the last one, it was plumbed, so we can have this set up, but this is actually in here. Now, what we have is we've got plenty of shelves throughout here, drawers, all soft close, obviously, and just coming in and taking a look at here, there are shelves all the way up to the top of these 12, 13 foot ceilings. You literally can be stockpiled and ready for the apocalypse, and you will not run out of canned goods. I wish the owner of this house would come to our canned food drive, our Real and Hunger that we host every single year, and help donate for other people. But anyways, let's take our first look over at the kitchen and living. Come on. This is our first look at the kitchen. This is absolutely gorgeous. So right over here, you've got all of the tops. They're gonna be this quartz top. You've got the matching backsplash, so it's a very consistent feel to it. And you've got custom cabinetry all the way up to the top. Now, what I love is you've got the refrigerator tucked away, so it's got this same trim to it. All the appliances are going to be Thermador appliances. So you've got the refrigerator right over here tucked away. And of course, you've got the range. This range literally is a 2016 Toyota Camry. This is up there. Either way, you got a 6 burner with a griddle, double oven, stainless steel. And again, you've got these elements where everything is very mixed with the metals. So you've got the gold handles right over here. You've got these stainless steel finishes, and it really is a nice blend because you kind of see that contrast with it. And you've got this massive farm sink right over here, and this island is huge. And right over here, I do love that you still also have in the island a lot of functionality to it. You've got shelves through here. You've got, of course, this is where the trash goes. Can't have a house without that. And right over here, you've got the dishwasher, also hidden and tucked away with the cabinet face matching it. And at this angle, now I'm able to highlight this right here. This is the centerpiece of all of it. This beautiful waterfall island right over here. I mean, look at this. Right now, taking a look at it, this can fit tons, tons of people. 5 seats right over here. And I really like the design element. And of course, it still is functional. You've got the cabinet and drawers right over here. And Stepping over here, I really love this aspect, and I spend a lot of my time in the kitchen, in the living room. So this would be where I'd be at the whole time. And you've got these kind of floor to ceiling windows that will, when it's actually bright outside, bring in a ton of natural light. Now, we're gonna step out there in just a second, but I do wanna kind of wrap around here over to the living room. Right over here, you'll see it's a pretty spacious living room. And one of the things that I love about this space the most, it's 3,500 square feet, but it is dedicated spaces. I know there's a big debate of open floor plan or more compartmentalized floor plan. And personally, I have a very open floor plan, pretty much from the front door to the garage door, to the back door, to the rooms. It is one giant box. And it was nice to know that you can kind of entertain everyone, but there is zero privacy. So I, again, really love this aspect that everything is very compartmentalized, but the kitchen is still very, very connected to the living room. And the stone elements here, we've got a huge mix of things. I believe this is marble. These are quartz, and you'll see it's two different colors, with the fireplace being a black with a herringbone. It's kind of hard to see it from this side. You got a black with a herringbone. And over here, you've got the built-ins that kind of go all the way to the top with that dark wood kind of espresso finish. So this wood right over here matches with the kitchen island. So even though it does feel like a big mix, there's a lot of elements that are still combined very well. The fireplace is actually the same stone that is in the pantry. And that's kind of a hard thing to really pull off. And I keep bringing that up again. But before we go into everything else, I do want to go outside. I just realized I gotta show you the half bath over here. Really unique. Come on. Now, off from the living room, you're gonna have this space right over here. And it's gonna be similar to where the wet bar is. And this is more like a dry bar, or you can kind of even consider it more like a little bit of a study. You've got space if you'd like a chair, you've got the floating shelves, and of course, you've got the window right here for light to come in during the day. And over here, you're gonna have the mudroom, and it's a very interesting change in colors. So you've got some of the lighter finishes over here, and then you got these same cabinets that you have in the secondary bedroom downstairs. Now, you've got, of course, like many mudrooms, you've got the coat racks right over here. You've got enough space for your shoes if you need to put shoes in there. Additional racks right over here. Plenty of space. And of course, you've got the garage on this side where you're able to come in here, kind of set up. And tucked away all the way in the back is gonna be the half bath right over here. So we do have a half bath downstairs for all your guests, tucked away right next to the living room, which is a nice place for it to be. And it's gonna have the same cabinetry as the island and the built-ins that you have right over here. So I do like the elements that they use here. You've got more gold and kind of brass finishes. You've got the same type of finishes with the sink right here. And then you've got kind of this brass trim for the mirror. And I really like the light fixture because it has that kind of like golden era Gatsby-esque feel to it. I love this half bath, honestly. We haven't even seen outside, so let's go check that out. And then finally, we're gonna head upstairs. Come on. So, coming on outside, I really love this part of the house. Now, you'll see here with outside, you're able to kind of see how big these windows are. I mean, it is truly floor to ceiling, and don't mind the grass. We could probably get some sod, but you can kind of see here, this is your backyard space. A huge privacy fence over here, and while it is kind of open to where the garage is right over here, you can kind of see that you can probably enclose this a little bit and give yourself more of this private space. And then I love that you're able to have this private space kind of tucked in here, and you're able to still be able to see what's going on out here, or if you do a garden, you're really able to enjoy what you've done out here when you've personalized the space. Now, before we actually head upstairs, I want to highlight right over here that we are pre-wired for surround sound throughout, so you can kind of have this outdoor kitchen, outdoor patio style. You've got tons of outlets right over here. You've got an outlet right over here, you've got an outlet, and you've got the internet and cable connection right over here, so you can kind of make it that real outdoor entertainment area. Now, let's head on upstairs. And see, check this out. Look at the railing right over here. This is kind of a modern style to it, right? Modern style, and then you also have the modern style with the chandelier right here. And heading on upstairs, you've got the upstairs landing. Now this is kind of a game room setup, and it just allows you to have this space, this loft, to have a bit more of a private area. You know, we're talking, you can have your TVs up here, pool tables, whatever you want to have set up. And a couple of the features that you don't really see, but is an amazing attention to detail, and it's like the builder knows me. There's literally outlets around every single baseboard. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you've got the 2 down here. They've really thought of everything in this one. Now upstairs over here, you're gonna have a bath that's dedicated for the guests if you're up here in the game room, and you kind of have this closet where the AV is at. So in here, you'll see that again, it is pre-wired for surround. So this is where you'd have your box along with where you'd have all the internet and Ethernet ports. Now we've got our bathroom right over here. Now this is an entrance through the game room area, but there is also kind of like a Jack and Jill ensuite. Now with this bathroom, you've got the exact same tops. This is around the fireplace and the mantle. This is in the pantry, so you still have these tops in here. You've got the gold trim and finishes, and you've got a little bit of a different feel when it comes to it with the tub. And you've got this simple, but you've got also this texture and different pattern when it comes to the tile surround that goes all the way up. And even taking a look at it right here, I really like how they use this trim right over here to kind of frame it. A lot of times you'll have it cut like as a hard edge. And you know, like the last home, they did more of a chrome trim, which was a really good choice. And then with this one, of course, you've got it more of like a porcelain trim. So it feels like it is the exact same tile. Now, let's kind of head into the secondary bedroom this way since it connects. So we are now in the secondary bedroom, and I don't know if I made this comment, but we've got the wide plank hardwoods throughout every part of the home. Other than the wet areas, you're gonna have the tile over here. And with this room, it's a really, really nice spacious size. Now you don't have a walk-in in this one, but it is a very, very nice size, and I really do like what they've done with the built-ins because you've got these different tiers to it. We've got the last secondary bedroom, and this is the bedroom that's right on top of the office, so it's going to be the same size. You've got the same exact windows through here. You've got a little bit of a different design and layout for the closets, because remember, like the last one, you have that bump out under the staircase, so you're able to have a bit more space for the other one, but still plenty of space for the closet right over here. So heading into the bathroom, you've got something that's very, very different. So right over here, you've got the same exact countertops as most of the bathrooms, other than, you know, the quartz countertops that are in the kitchen. So you've got these exact same countertops. You've got the same color cabinetry, but you have something that's a bit more unique with the vanity lights right over here. On top of that, you also have something very different with the tile work right over here. So you're gonna have this herringbone for a small format tile. Usually kind of seeing this more in like a backsplash. So seeing it in here is a really nice touch. Now the shower, I really do like this one, but I'm gonna be very honest, this is gonna be my least favorite one out of all of them. I don't know about it. It just kind of throws me off when you have a lot of the kind of neutrals, and then you can see with the flooring, you have a lot more cools. So this one, not the biggest fan of. I think it definitely works for sure, but you know, least favorite out of all of them. Still nice though. Now before we head into the primary bedroom, there's just one last thing, so follow me. Going handheld. For the first time in this video, I think. But right over here, you've got one more pocket door, and ta-da, this is right next to the primary bathroom. So right over here, you've got where essentially you're standing at, is where the washer and dryer would go. And again, beautiful tops. I love that. Now they've changed it up. These are more of the gray cabinets that go all the way up to the top. So you've got the custom cabinetry over here. And then right over here, you've got the sink in case you need to hand wash. And of course, there's tons of outlets everywhere. They did not skimp out on all the outlets. And then right over here, you've got the windows. Tons of windows, tons of outlets. This is a dream for me, especially. This is a dream for me. Now, right over here is the primary bedroom, and this is the one that I'm the most excited about showing you guys. So here we are in the primary bedroom. Now this place is huge, and it's kind of hard to tell when you don't have the furniture in here, but just to kind of put it in perspective, I mean, you're right at the entrance, and I'm over here. You've got two really nice sized windows. Up top, you've got the tray ceiling. Now it feels huge. I think again, like the last one, we've got a 12-foot ceiling in here, and you've also got, really difficult to see it, you've also got this pre-wired for surround. So you're able to have your speakers in here, which is definitely something I would have. You've got outlets in every side. You've got this massive primary bedroom, and then you've also got the connections for your TV if you want to have it set up right over here. So I'm guessing they have it designed where you would have your bedroom right over here. You would have your bed right over here. You'd have the nightstands on this side, TV right over here. I think it's really great placement. You've got the natural light coming in, but not necessarily like hitting you right in the face. Beautiful. And then here is the best part. Let me know which one you think is better. So we've got the primary bathroom right over here. I love this one, honestly, the most, this window right over here. So the window right over here, of course, it's night right now at this point. Sun goes down pretty quickly in the winter over here. But this window right over here, right over the soaking tub, I love this. It's a very unique one. I haven't really seen one chosen like this. And the flooring, this one is crazy. This one went crazy. This is my favorite flooring choice. I mean, it's just so intricate, and it goes really well because what I like about this is that you've got the whites, but then you also have kind of like the neutral tones, the grays, and it all really just comes together right over here. And even though it's not identical, you've also got these types of tones in the quartz countertops right over here. And this is the exact same quartz top that you're gonna have in the kitchen, which is what I would consider more to be like the heart of the home. You've got the double sinks right over here, really nice size, and then also everything is with the gold trim. So the colorways really come together in this one place right over here. You've got the stand-up shower right over here with the gold trim, And this is the first time that you're seeing this backsplash throughout the entire home, and I think it's a really great choice. And of course, directly on this side is going to be the walk-in closet. And you would think that this is it right here. You would think this is it, but you gotta see this side. And this is, the other one was a really nice closet, but this one absolutely blew me away. So on top of the fact that you've got open shelving all the way up to the ceiling, you've got this right here, which is kind of like a center island. And also you've got these open windows, kind of like a display case right over here. So whatever you'd like to have in here, I would assume that you'd want to have a lot of your accessories, your jewelry. This would be an amazing place to highlight that, one where you can see it, and two, also where it can be a really nice sell point. Now, over here, you've got racks up to here. You've got the pull down racks right over here. And on this side, you've got even more. So of course, you've got everything up here. You've got a lot of the racks that you can pull down. On this island, you've got plenty of storage right over here. And the design of these cabinet handles, amazing. I mean, you've got this glass with the gold, and then also right over here, you've got the window. When it's nice and bright, I know the light is gonna be flowing through here. And then of course, you've got your bench right over here in case, and of course you've got your bench right over here to put on your socks, contemplate life. And I know this is gonna be a very weird place for me to finish the video, but the closet is the perfect place because it's the exact reason why this home is really my favorite out of all of them. I mean, it really perfectly reflects the functionality and really unique aspects of the home. And to be honest with you, it also really highlights what I love about West U and why, if I was choosing a home, this would be the neighborhood that I would choose if I was moving and I wanted to be close to the medical center and close to everything. And this would be the house that I would choose out of all the ones that we've seen today. But at the end of the day, you are not me, and this might not be the home for you. So you guys let me know which one you guys are interested in. And honestly, if none of these houses really fit what you're looking for, and maybe you're looking for something that is a little bit more of a budget-friendly home near the medical center as well, you should definitely check out this video right here.